Coming up in just a few days, taking the stage at the Maryland Theater, we have the Addams Family musical being put on by the Barbara Ingram School for the Arts. And if y'all know me personally, you know I'm a graduate of the Barbara Ingram School for the Arts in 2013. And my last actual all-school musical was Legally Blonde the Musical. And I had the opportunity to jump on the air here on Mix 95.1 to talk about the show with some of my classmates in the show. And now, full circle, all the way to 2024, I now have the opportunity to interview some incredible students who are in the production. We have Morticia and Gomez from the Addams Family musical, Mayzi, Shank, and Manuel, Mejias. How are you guys this morning?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. Great to have you guys on. I know it is a wild week for you guys. From experience, I know that Tech Week for a production of BISFA is an awesome, rewarding, and blessing of an experience, but it's also wild and crazy from start to finish. How has Tech Week been for this production?
So far, it's been pretty good from my perspective. It's been a lot of fun. It's just really exciting to get up on the Maryland Theater stage again, knowing that it's going to be my last time up there. It's pretty bittersweet. It's kind of like a double-edged sword because you're happy about it, but it's also a little melancholy.
Yeah, Manuel, what about for you?
Yeah, I think Tech Week is my favorite part of the process because during your rehearsals, you're really critical of yourself and you're trying to make yourself better and better every single time. But the moment that you step on the stage and you really see that it's more than just yourself and the actors, it's a whole company of people making the same product, and you realize that the product looks really, really freaking good. It is surreal.
Yeah, and I was going to say, this is kind of a really cool moment for you guys, too, considering, you know, the Addams Family was the show that was kind of picked out there right around the turn of COVID. You know, it was kind of that, all right, let's try it now, let's try it the next year, and now we're finally getting that opportunity to do the show. How does it feel kind of overall as a cast, knowing that it's like, okay, you know, we've worked on this for quite a while, and now we are just days away from letting the world see it?
I think it's really rewarding, personally. We came out of COVID with such a sense of gratitude for all the things that we lost, and I think getting to finally put this show on provides even more of that, at least for me, because knowing that I get to put on the show that so many people missed out on, it's such an honor for me personally.
Gotcha. Yeah, and Manuel, you're playing Gomez in the production coming up this weekend. You know, the Addams Family is quite a franchise. It's been cartoons, it's been toys, it's been movies, it's been everything in between over the last several decades, and now as a musical, it's kind of its own other monster, no pun intended. Tell us a little bit about what people can expect if they're huge fans of the franchise as a whole as they go into the musical experience that is the Addams Family.
Well, I think it's important to understand that there's a lot of references to all other past media, whether that be the cartoon or the movie or the modern Wednesday show. But I also think it's important to really understand that there's a bit more depth to the characters than there usually is, since you have more time to work with the characters as an audience member, and you also have the musical component that makes it a little more personal. The lyrics and the songs and just the melodies that come through it. Obviously, being a musical, it's more powerful, and I think that it really takes you into the world, and it's a bit more immersive.
Gotcha. Yeah, and Mayzi, you were playing Morticia. You know, as far as your last 4 years of experience at the Barbara Ingram School for the Arts, how has this role differed from some of the other roles and opportunities that you've had over the years at the school?
Morticia is definitely my favorite role that I've gotten to play here. I've played 2 mothers, and she's my third one to add on to that. So I have this common theme of playing the mom, which I enjoy because it's another way to step out of your shoes and to take on another character. But Morticia's dynamic. I love her posture. I love her personality. I love everything about her. Her costumes are beautiful. I get to do her makeup myself, which is also just incredible. Everything I'm wearing, I'm super comfortable in. And she's just amazing. She's just I love getting to play a powerful woman, and this is my second time doing that, because in 2022, I played Bee in Something Rotten, and she was also that that staple woman character that wasn't afraid to do whatever she needed to do just because she was a woman. And Morticia is, I'd say, the version of that character in the Addams Family show. So I'm so happy and so lucky to get to play her.
That's awesome. And Manuel, playing Gomez, similar kind of situation. It's kind of a wild character in the sense that it's very almost like stoic in a really fun and hilarious way. How has that experience been, learning the role of Gomez and really just making that role shine in this show?
I think it comes from a lot of inspiration from different other pieces of media. I really went back to what inspired the character at the beginning, and then I failed to understand what was going on there. So I instead decided to kind of take different characters in media that I found to be very similar to the Gomez I see in my head, and apply either their mannerisms or their vocal techniques, and kind of mix them all together into this character. I took inspiration from Puss in Boots, from the DreamWorks movies, Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, and just kind of mixing them all together to make Gomez who he is in my head. It was really nice to be able to combine all of that.
Yeah, I love that because, again, a lot of times, when you play the game of trying to learn a character, you like you said, you go back and you look at some of the other, portrayals of that specific character, but knowing that you've kind of dug into, like you said, Jack Sparrow and Puss in Boots, I think is my favorite part about this now. In the back of my head, I'm going to be watching thinking, okay, where's the little subtle nod of Antonio Banderas' voice that I'm getting here? That's such a cool kind of pull there. And again, really neat for the sake of character development. What have you guys enjoyed most about this experience compared to maybe the past musical experiences that you guys have had at Barbara Ingram? I'll start with you, Mayzi.
I think Morticia is a very mature character to play, and I think having her as my last challenge before I move on to a completely different theater setting in college is such a gift, and I genuinely am so thankful for it. I don't even have words, but I love that I get to play a woman, a staple woman that so many people look up to, so many people know, and I get to put my little spin on her before I take my last bow up there with her, and I'm so happy that she's my final one that I have.
That's awesome. And Manuel, how about you? What is the difference, as far as doing this role versus past roles over the last couple of years, how is that kind of compared?
I think the biggest thing for this role specifically is who I'm with, who my co-stars and cast are. Who I've played in the past, I had a lead role in middle school, and then I didn't really have any large roles until maybe junior year. But the people I worked with there, I wasn't as close with in the past. But this year, all the people that are right next to me on stage, playing Morticia, playing Wednesday, are people that I've worked with for almost a decade. And it's been incredible to see these people grow from like 6th grade all the way to their senior year in high school, which it blows my mind to see the growth that a lot of the people that I've worked with have experienced. And I think it's really nice to be able to have my final send-off with the people that I started with.
That's amazing. Awesome. You guys, I'm so excited to see it. It's going to be such an incredible production. It's coming up this weekend and next weekend over at the Maryland Theater. How can people get tickets to come and see the Addams Family this weekend and next weekend?
If you go to marylandtheater.org, you can find the show listed there, and you can buy your selected seats for whatever time and whatever day.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, thank you so much, guys. Again, break legs. Have an awesome rest of your tech week, and looking forward to seeing it.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, guys.